This is my last meal. I refuse to spend one more night in this coffin. It is hard to explain the horror of abuse. What's worse than abuse? These fucking frogs. Do you know that even the frogs listen to me at times? Sometimes I get upset and I cry so loud that even they hear me. And my own family does not. Tonight I called my dad and I said, if you keep treating me this way, I will walk to 7-Eleven and I will suck a dick in a bathroom for $20 just to not have to listen to your abuse anymore. And he didn't really have anything to say about that, so now I'm making salmon because I bought it with my money from Dirty Socks, and I'm not gonna sleep in this place anymore. I called women's shelters and they said they could help me. I can't live like this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. Do you know what it's like to come back to a house and not know? And I'm not gonna name names because it's not fair. But do you know what it's like to come back to a house not knowing if you're gonna get hit in the face or be called names until you fall to your knees, screaming and crying? And what do? They laugh at you. They laugh at you until you cry more. And then when you cry more, they imitate the way that you cry. You know, if that's love, then give me hate. If this is what you call a home, I will sleep in my car for the next month, but I will not sleep here tonight. Do you know what it's like when the only thing that makes you feel better is to go to a place where you can do comedy? Do you know what it's like to go back to that place, even when the one thing that you feel like you stood for, when people pay $10, $15 for a show, and you see racist shit, you see jokes being made about females getting beaten in the face, and you try, not even making a point, but you try to say, hey, y'all, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And what do? When you stand up for something that you believe in, they crucify you for it. They kick you out for a month. That was the day I died. And I was brave. I came back 1 month later. And I went back there. And for some reason, here's the thing about life. When it sucks, it sucks. When it's a donkey dick, it's a donkey dick that slaps you across the face and it makes you bleed and it breaks your soul. Well, not this time. Tonight, I went somewhere. It was when things really got bad when someone was really hurting me, really, really, really bad. I didn't know what else to do, so I walked. I stayed at a friend's house and I walked down the street to a comedy house. And that was the only place I felt safe for 1 year. And then they threw me out, just like everywhere, just like Christmas. You know, it's not, but at least at the comedy house, they were definitive. At least they actually told me don't come back, you know, for a month. Tonight I was cornered and I had flashbacks of abuse twice. And tonight they said never come back. That's what happens to Kelly Sellers in this world. If that is this world, if that is how people treat people, then I am not of this world, you know? Do you know what it's like to walk into a house where you used to call it a home? This is a teddy bear. Upstairs I used to have a bedroom. Do you know what it's like not knowing if you're going to be ignored for weeks or slapped in the face or punched in the skull? Not knowing. And then your own fucking family says, hey, you know, get over it. We don't give a shit about you. Don't come over on Christmas. Well, fuck you. I used to cook every day. Do you know what it's like when you feel so threatened by men that you are literally trembling and nobody gives a fuck? When even your own brothers give you flashbacks of abuse and your mother, your father defends them instead of you. 3 different women's shelters told me those are called flashbacks. Do not let them bully you like that. But you know what? The thing about that is they don't always give you a choice. And tonight, the same night that was the last time, the place that I used to feel safe, a comedy house told me to never come back. If it's like that, it wasn't worth it in the first place. It was the same night where 2 years ago, my own brother gave me flashbacks. I went to 3 different women's shelters and they said, this is what you are experiencing. You are exhibiting symptoms of PTSD. They told me, and I didn't believe them at first, but I read books about it, and it makes sense. If you are afraid in your own home from a male that lives with you in your own home, then it makes sense that people that you live with, you are threatened by males. And I finally said, no, I'm sorry, but no, you can't come over here. I'm not welcome in your house, to my fucking ex-brother. And then my mom said, well, I'm siding with him. I don't even give a shit about your side of the story. That was 2 years ago. And I have done everything I can to stay alive, including posting photos online about hanging myself. You know why? Because if I post photos about it, then I don't do it, because it's the only thing at times that makes me feel like I will be relieved of this pain. And I cannot do that. I will not die here. I will not die here. So tonight I am packing a suitcase. I am making salmon on the skillet. And I will never sleep in this house again. And I called women's shelters. And I called the security guard from Kroger. And he said he would help me. Because my family will not. But fuck it. I'm not going to let them kill me. Even if it's my own family, I'm not going to let that kill me. Even if it's the last thing that still makes me smile, which is comedy. Even if they kick me out, I don't give a shit. Does it really take a guy that's 6'6" to kick me out of a fucking place? Just ask me to leave if it's that big of a deal. I'm not that strong. Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. Do you really have to corner me? Am I that intimidating? Like I said, white bitches. The point is, none of that matters. I will not sleep another night in this fucking house. I will not die tonight. I will not die tomorrow. I will get that job going, or I will be a stripper, or I will suck a dick in the bathroom. I don't give a fuck. But I will not let this place kill me. Because I have too much to say to let myself die like that. So, like I said before, ask me if I give a fuck!